This is the important point that all of us are making here. That he makes this Marxist analysis here. And let me read the caption. The left is in the USA is overwhelmingly a middle class formation. It is the first left historically to have no connection to the working class. That is amazing. Jesus. When I heard this in this video, so this is a gem. I'm gonna retweet this today, but this is a gem right here, undiscovered gem that I found on the Michael Brooks show. And rest in peace, Michael Brooks. So here it goes.
Now, the liberalism that you talk about, Michael, when you say there's a lot of liberalism within the left today, I would not call it that. So the identitarian stuff that you talk about, the narrowness, that is not an ideological hangover of liberalism. That is a very, very active set of people pushing their material interests. Right. The left in the United States is fundamentally and overwhelmingly a middle class formation. It is not it's the first left globally, historically, that has no connection to the working class, to the poor at all. People complain that the left is white. Bullshit. That's a second. The left has those non-whites who are in the American left are all middle class too. It's disproportionately white, but it's all middle class, regardless of its color. In that setting, when you're only bringing in middle class people into your organization, a big chunk of them are going to say, we don't want to hear about poverty. We don't want to hear about the economy. What we want to know is, when we walk into a room, why are we not treated well? When we apply for the salaried positions at 6 figures that we think we have the right to, why do we get 5% less than the other guys? That's what the middle class on the left wants to hear about. It will dress it up in all sorts of historically powerful language and all that. But Adolf Reed has been saying this for a while, and it's only because he's in America that people think this is controversial. In the rest of the world, what Adolf says is just common sense, which is this is a form of nationalist politics. And all nationalist politics has one or the other class character. Either it's a nationalism that's wrapped around the needs of the poor, or it's a nationalism that's wrapped around the needs of the aspiring, emerging elite within the dominated groups. Identity politics is the class instinct of black, brown, and Asian, yellow, whatever you want to call them, people, and the women. It's not an ideological hangover. It is a very committed and clear set of material interests. And as long as the left remains in the middle class, it will never get out of it.
That is powerful to me. I don't know if you felt that was powerful, but that was powerful, and it fits to why the left is so weak, why the left never gets anything, why the left never advocates for the very poor, and it's always grandfather then. It's so many different layers of what he's saying is just spot on. Go ahead, JB. I saw you feeling it in your chest from a couple of those lines, so you want to chime in? Go ahead, sir.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so gosh, I wish I could talk to him, because my question would be, and I want you guys to answer this too, then would that mean that the middle class would have to suffer even more in order for them to wake up to what truly we need in this country? Because I don't know, it feels like, it's like, so what's the solution for that? Because you got so many people who are solidly middle class that don't know what it feels like to be us, right? And so then they're devoid of that concept. So then it's like when we talk to them about how we're suffering, it's like, what are you talking about? Everything's gravy. We just got to get a couple more of these things and we're good. It's just crony capitalism that's the problem. Everything else is fine. We just got to get to the point where we're like Iceland, Sweden, Norway, Denmark, Germany. That's all we got to do. That's what it feels like. And then come to find out, like I brought out last week on my show, the poverty rate in Germany is now higher than the poverty rate here in the United States. What? Germany, yes. Germany, Deutschland, yes. So the crazy part is now a lot of us are going, should we do something about this? A lot of people who are the PMCs and the middle class are going, where our student loan debt is getting way higher. It's getting a little hot in here. Don't you think we should do something? And now a lot of us poor folks have been going, no shit, Sherlock. We've been saying this shit for a long ass time, and y'all haven't been listening. Are you listening now? And now you see people going, maybe we should open the windows, turn the thermostat down. So that's what it feels like to me. What do you guys think?
I'll for one say, like, having pretty much grown up in Germany, Germany's economy was great. So if that can happen to them, I mean, just think about it. But a lot of the times I found with like the DSA types, it's like, yeah, like they'll be really passionate about canceling student loan debt, which we still need to have that happen. And they're passionate about the principles. Like, we need Medicare for all, we need housing for all, we want this, we want that. But from what I've seen, at least in my area, most of them are only struggling with the student loan debt issue. And so, because they're not working class. That's the thing. So this is a problem I think national DSA needs to address as well. The leadership there is really weak. And I think we've seen clips of some of them like speaking out, but the leadership there is just incredibly weak. They don't respond to people. I've seen national DSA members attacking each other on social media, attacking their own members on social media. So it's just like, I don't understand the purpose of DSA anymore. Is it just to continue to like sheep herd young people into the Democratic Party? Are they really about like progressive policies? Like, what is the purpose of DSA? Like, for example, if they were to push out AOC and Cori Bush and Jamal Bowman too, because he also hasn't been following the print. If they were to push them out, then what is DSA?
One thing I want to add to this.
That's a great question.
I think this is an integral part. This is why organizations like DSA need to be led by the most disenfranchised people among us. Meaning people who are poor, people who are disabled, women, especially Black women, trans women. The people who get shafted the most in our society should be the ones that are leading these organizations. Because
this goes for the Green Party too. They particularly have this same class issue of not having the right representation. I don't mean shade representation. I mean economic representation. So that could be different shades. So I don't want you to confuse that. But let's read the article so we can move to Sabby's video, because I want to make sure we get to that while everybody's here. But that clip with Michael Brooks and Vivek is like, they have a bunch of gems of just like, man, it's just the analysis of the left and how it's middle class and what we're speaking to today and the problems they have advocating for the working class is spelled out.